Hi everyone, it's Liz here from Philly Home Pet Care, and we are on a live chat for the PetWise members. And tonight I'm trying a nighttime chat with you to see if everyone's able to come to these chats. I'm trying to test out some days and times. However, I'm thinking for this summer, this might be hard for a lot of people to come to because everyone's so busy. We all want to be outside and doing other things. So I'll rethink it, but I'll still make recordings for you and post them in the weekly updates. So tonight we have a question that I'll get to, but first I want to do a little book review. And this is a book that I'm reading now called Alex and Me. I guess that's maybe backwards. It's an older book, and it's about this scientist and how she got into research with these African gray parrots. And this one is Alex. So I think there were a few documentaries made about this parrot and the research that she was doing. Basically, her research is about animal intelligence and communication, and she used parrots because they are the type of bird that can actually verbally communicate. We don't have to teach them sign language, and she knew that she was going to be able to teach this bird how to talk to her and understand, actually, have a conversation and ask for things. It's pretty fascinating. The book itself is not the best written book, but it's very easy. It's a very easy read, and because the information is fascinating, it's really pretty cool to see how this bird learns and the things that he can learn and how he communicates with his owner scientist. And it always makes me think about our dogs and cats and rabbits and turtles and fish, and they're communicating with us. I have a lot of clients who rely on intuitives and pet psychics, and I think that can be a really helpful thing in giving you a different insight into your pet. But at the same time, I always feel like we know what they're trying to tell us. And when we really stop and listen and watch them, we can really know what's going on. And a lot of the times when when my clients say, oh, I had a pet intuitive read my pet, we've already discussed some of these things. And it just shows us that we're on the right track and we're the way. I've never really had a big surprise, but sometimes I'll hear things like, oh, I have a headache. The pet will say I had a headache or my feet hurt, or something that we would never ever think of or be able to really know or diagnose. I found like giving that different perspective is really helpful. And just watch your pet. They're trying to tell you something. Okay, so on to the question for tonight. And it was about supplements. So someone is giving their dog already a few supplements, and they're doing home cooking for them. They took a few months and switched them over to home cooking. And their dog is still having some arthritis, pain, developing some cataracts, some eyesight problems, maybe some hearing issues. So they have him already on, they had him on CBD, which they had stopped, and then they also have him on some other supplements that have turmeric in it, other joint supplements. So let me see if I can share that. Well, my first advice is first take note. Whenever you're thinking of adding another supplement, take note of what your pet's on already and what you're feeding them. And if you can do something naturally, I would suggest doing that first. And of course, naturally is going to take a longer time. So if your pet is having arthritis issues and is limping, if you give a medication, that's going to work the fastest, but long term, that's going to be the most detrimental. So that's going to get them back on track pretty quickly, but long term, it might not be good for the body. Then when you're starting to go more naturally with things and more with supplements or food changes or exercise routine changes, that's going to take time. You have to be patient with it. So if your pet isn't in pain and they're just showing some minor signs of hesitating on the stairs, not jumping too much, then you probably have some time to work with some of these supplements. There are some that work quicker than others, and you want to just take note of what you're already doing. Don't add another supplement in when you already have other supplements that are doing the same thing. If you're going to add a supplement in, I would recommend thinking about maybe backing off on one that you're using already, because you don't want to be giving your pet 10 different supplements. that all are intended to do the same thing. It might just be that one of the supplements you're using isn't quite getting to them, and another one might be more effective. So let me see if I can share my screen. Okay. So this is one of the supplements that they're honoring. It's called BGP. It's a pretty well-known joint supplement. And this is it's a marine collagen extract. So that's a marine product. Those are usually known to help with joint issues. Boswellia is a well-known plant that is also known to help with joint issues. Cordialis root, that's something that brings more oxygen. So that's another plant supplement. Wheatgrass, I think, just gives some energy boosting. I feel like if you're feeding your pet a balanced diet, I don't know how necessary that is, but it's not going to hurt. Turmeric, that is known to really help with joints if you use it consistently. And the way that turmeric works is really in oil, in some kind of oil or fat. So it's a little harder for pets because we're not giving them oil the same way we are, but usually in turmeric, when it's cooked in oil, that's when it really tends to work really well. So if you cook for your pet, you might want to cook a little bit of oil and put the turmeric in it and then cook the food in that after. Let's see. Feverview, that's another plant that is for inflammation, and celery seed extract, same thing. So this is what's in a supplement that they're already given. And then I kind of look down here at the inactive ingredients and just kind of see what's in it. So beef extract, silicon, a few supplements. Hold on one second. Okay, so then I look at the whole, and then I also kind of I always look at where is this coming from? Where did this product actually come from? So let's go to the home page. And who are these people promoting it and what are they doing? So, veterinary recommended. These are all kind of stock images. That kind of makes me a little bit wary, but it's not terrible. But let's see. They're developed by master herbalists and scientists in Australia. Veterinary recommended. So these are all, again, pretty general comments. And I'd like to see if there's any other question, anything else about who they are. And I'm not seeing it. So instead of wasting time now, but I'd like to see more about who these people are, and who are these scientists, who developed it, who are these people. Okay. So this is now the supplement that they would like to add in. So we see the first ingredient is turmeric. They've got turmeric in this other product. Lots of turmeric, 15 milligrams. You can't overdose in turmeric, but you've got a double here. So why buy two products that have the same thing? Whole almond powder, that's a filler. So that's not even really doing anything. Sunflower, I worry about doing anything with sunflowers. I think because sunflowers are that actually take up toxins in the soil. They're really good at drawing up toxins in the soil. They're beautiful plants, and you don't need sunflower seeds, but I would wonder where that's coming from. And then this ingredient called acetaxanthin. And what that is an antioxidant. I'm not super familiar with this particular one, but I know it's an antioxidant, which means that it works throughout the whole body to help promote wellness throughout the body. So there are several antioxidants, food antioxidants, that, this is kind of probably one that this product is trying to make out of other products. So I researched this a little bit more, actually a lot more. If this is the ingredient that's going to help with arthritis, and eye issues, and overall body health, I would even see about maybe buying this separately, $25 for a product that you don't need these two ingredients. You've already got this one, or you can buy turmeric separately as powder. This way you're not locked into a product. Getting locked into a product. So you can look this up probably on Amazon and just see how much they give you 39 milligrams in a supply. So you can figure out how much. Then the other ingredients, blueberry powder, that's flavor, sure. Blueberry powder, that's another antioxidant, which you can buy blueberries. Get fresh blueberries. You can get blueberry powder also. You can get this cheaper. And then kale powder, again, that's adding a little bit of nutrients, but it makes it soft, especially if you're into their food, and also left is antioxidant. This is kind of nice because it tells you what countries the ingredients are coming from, and they're pretty straightforward about what this is. I also, I think this person saw this product because they always do a really nice write-up. They send out a blog written by a veterinarian, and then in the middle they throw in, oh, buy this product. So again, you're buying a product. If you want life easy and you don't mind spending money, certainly try it. I don't think this is not going to hurt to try it. But then what I would do is probably cut back on this and see if, first what I would do is cut back on this and see if there's any difference. If after maybe 5 days there's no difference, my pet, then I would discontinue this. And I would maybe start this as a trial. And I would probably give it 2 weeks overall, as long as there's no crazy side effects to it. I'd probably try it for maybe 2 weeks, see if there's a difference. If there's no difference, I would maybe start thinking about what other things I can do for my pet's condition. So there are different so there are other antioxidants that make together and then I would start thinking about lifestyle and other modalities. So maybe there's a chiropractic issue. Maybe your pet's not getting enough yoga. Maybe they have another condition. Maybe they're limping. Maybe their heart. Maybe the heart condition is a little bit weaker, and then that's showing up in the limp because they're a little bit weaker. Maybe with the eyesight problem, not seeing as well, so then they have to manage trying to see, and they're starting to limp because there's too many things to think about for the body. Themselves up and walking. Things like using celiac, L-L-I-A-T. That's a product that helps joints and arthritis issues. It's more of I would think of it as like an antioxidant that you're putting on a blanket or something. Or I don't have it on. I had a wristband on before, a celiac wristband, and it helps with fatigue. It brings oxygen to the joints. There's also a company called FIR. It's fur, and it's another kind of therapy where they make socks and wristbands and pet food. And it just brings oxygen to the body outside so that the body can feel and respond better to environmental issues. So I would start looking into that. You can look into acupuncture, massage therapy, water therapy, hydrotherapy, anything like that. Those things might really, really go a long way in helping if these internal supplements are not working, because it's really you have to look more like a multimodal type of approach to these things. It's not just going to be a magic pill that gets them going. The other thing that I like to use is arnica for pet arthritis. It's cats and dogs. It's very good. For maybe 30 pounds, give about half a pill for 30 pounds. I use one called Tea Relief. and I find it really, really effective in mild cases of arthritis. For extreme cases of arthritis, it helps as a supplement with some other supplements. So think more lifestyle, exercise. If you're going to do the diets and stuff, other things just adding supplements and without taking anything. Keep having other but CBD, you know, if they use these supplements about restarting CBD. And I think, again, I probably maybe take them off the DGP product and then maybe restart the CBD and see if that works. If that's not quite doing it, then take them off the CBD and that helps. And then maybe use the CBD break if they use like for some people you use one or two of these products together, it really does. Maybe they're not getting enough of the supplement. The one supplement we need something a little bit extra added. So we can start adding other supplements in pair them up and see if it works like that. So if I'm sorry about that, but that's yeah. And that's really to keep you from having a counterflow of supplements that you just don't need or that you okay, so that is the talk for tonight, and I hope that helps you and your pet with how to use supplements and how to think about adding these supplements into their routine. If you have questions, please give me a shout. You can send me an email, and I will take any questions for our next session. And probably what I'll do, again, is if you have a day and time that's really good for you, let me know. If not, what I'll do is just do these recordings. I'll send them out in the weekly newsletter. Fall and winter start, we'll come back inside and we'll meet up. Okay, see you soon.